We're in business. Sorry about that. I had us both muted.
That's fine.
New stuff. How we doing, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. So, Mark from OnlyFins. This is my first live stream, and I am absolutely honored that you're here. Tell us a little bit about your channel.
Well, it's all about fishing. Started out just bank fishing. And honestly, I was kind of inspired by the Guggen Squad, to be honest with you, but I decided I wanted to take a shot at it. And my son actually had a big part in inspiring me to get going. That's about it. It's just fishing and shenanigans and good times.
Excellent, excellent. We're actually going to kick things a little bit with your intro, which I think is one of the coolest things I have ever seen.
Thank you.
And so let's go here. All right, so tell us, how did you get that last shot, man?
I took an Insta360 1X2 and I threaded an eye hook in the bottom of it where the tripod's supposed to thread in. I attached it to 100-pound line on a heavy rod, and for the first time I ever turned it on, I cast it out into the lake.
Wow. How How high do you think it went?
Up at least 50 feet. It went. I lobbed it pretty good.
That is so awesome. Let's take another look at that, because that is just ridiculous.
It was a good 50 feet up and probably 200 or 300 feet away from the boat when it finally hit the water. Yeah, I was convinced I just destroyed a brand new camera.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. What uh what motivated you to do that, thinking that you were going to destroy it? Just
Um, I wanted a shot that literally does not exist anywhere else on YouTube.
no, it sure doesn't. It sure doesn't. That is freaking cool. Um what else was I going to ask you about that? Okay, this last shot here, you have looks like a striper.
It's a striper, yes.
Is it? How did you get that one?
That particular boat we were on was a guided trip called Angry Muskie Outfitters, and my son, my daughter, and my stepson were all there.
Uh-huh.
That fish, I actually got underwater footage of my son catching that fish. And originally, I was just going to cast the camera into the water and then have my logo be in the water when the camera hit. But my son presented the idea. He said, "Why don't you take the underwater footage of my catch and slap it in right there and make it look like the camera literally landed right in front of the fish?"
Yeah,
And
that was actually, yeah, that's a pretty amazing sequence right there. Let's take one last look at this. Hold on, hold on. Let's back that up a little bit. Back it up a little more.
yeah, so I mean, if you slow mo that, you can clearly see the spoon hanging out of that fish's mouth. But
Wow.
it
Yeah.
just it worked out. It worked out so perfectly, and I got to thank my son Chase for that inspiration. That was all him.
How old is your son?
He's 20 now.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. So I season you and I have spoke a few times before this live stream, and it seemed like your season was kind of coming to an end, but then it didn't. Um, so so you did a muskie trip. How did that go?
Um, the trip with Nick, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. That I went there. We were hoping to go for large or smallies, and he did great with smallies. Me, I didn't catch any, but I did catch that muskie, and that completely made my day.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
Anybody that follows my channel or knows me, they know I've got muskie fever really bad. I'm addicted to muskies.
Yeah, I'm starting to get there. I would like to do a muskie trip, and it seems like November, December are good months to do that stuff.
Yeah, the fall transition, pretty much from the time the water first starts to get that cold shock. That's kind of what turns them on for the winter feeding. And then once it dies down, it kind of gets a little more difficult, just like it is in the summer.
Right.
But
Right. All right. So, uh, just a quickie here. Just wanted to get your opinion on this particular video. Give me a second. Still getting new at this.
and yes, Randall, I agree. Nick is the man. I like him very much. Thank you for introducing me to him.
All right. So this is a video. Let's just watch it happen and see
Okay.
how we feel about it. There's no audio to it.
What? Yeah, that eagle just laid claim to that, didn't he?
Absolutely. Now, I understand the desire to get that type of video, but if that were me, I would have immediately chased off the eagle just to make sure that it didn't get caught up in a
Hooked
line.
or anything? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was kind of weird. I mean, I get it, and it's great video, but man, it's just nuts, but it's pretty cool how the eagle just kind of rolls in here. They're just chilling, and boom.
Yeah, looking at that a second time, you can tell that's definitely, they held the fish there waiting for it to come down and get that.
You think so?
It kind of looks like it, yeah.
That that's interesting. That I really hadn't thought about that, but
Because, I mean, if it's that close inshore, why wouldn't you just go out and land your fish? I mean,
right. And it looks like the guy's getting ready, but yeah, that's bizarre. Yeah, you might be right. They might have known the eagle was there.
You and I and Randall, we're all content creators. We know how hard it is to capture that moment on film. That I really feel like that was staged.
Yeah. You know what? I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right. All right. Let's move. Uh, we all know NDYakAngler.
Yep.
He's one of our favorite content creators, the Bob Ross of fishing, so to speak. So let's check out one of his fairly recent videos. It's not very long, and you and I can do a little take on what he's doing here.
Oh yeah, I know.
Howdy everyone. I'm back at it again. Today we're gonna head out in the kayak and see if we can catch a river monster with the Pokemon Kyogre lure from Duo Realis. So they came out with these last summer. They actually made the Kyogre one here and then a Pikachu lure. I picked them up both intending to fish them for bass. The Pikachu lure was about perfect for that, but when I got them, I realized this Kyogre was going to be way too big for bass fishing. I mean, he's about the size of my hand. So instead of doing that, we're going to try for some pike and muskie out here today. We've got nice overcast skies. I think we've got a good chance of hooking into something. So I'm going to get my kayak loaded up. We'll head out there on the river, toss Kyogre around, and we'll see if we can get any big bites with that Pokemon lure. All right, I made it down here to the water. I've got Kyogre tied on. So I did try this lure once before. As you can see, he's missing one of his back fins there. I caught one little pike on him. He did a head thrash right next to my kayak, slammed that lure into it and busted that fin off. But I don't think that's going to affect his action at all.
Can you imagine trying to catch a bass with something like that?
No, that's just too big.
Yeah, that thing is insane. He showed it, right next to his hand. That thing is as big as his hand.
When I first saw that, I thought that, this is one of those gimmick things you buy and hang up on your wall. But go ahead and show the red, because I've seen this before. Go ahead and show them.
Yeah.
Actually, the action of this lure was pretty good. I was quite impressed.
The action is insane.
We'll take a quick look. Uh-oh, gotta get those weeds off my line though. So he's a crawler type bait. I won't cast him too far out so we can see. But he swims along like that. Makes a good amount of commotion.
Now, you said something to me last night when we were doing the test stream about that looking like an injured bird.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter what color it is, but being that it's blue, that thing looks just like an injured blue jay that fell in the water and is trying to swim to shore. I mean, muskie and pike would just crush that.
Right. Especially where he lives.
Yeah.
You know, up, you know, Minnesota, North Dakota. That's that seems like a good plan for muskie.
I mean, just look at that. It looks like it's trying to swim.
Yep.
I think that should get the attention of any pike or muskie I might throw that lure in front of out here today. So we're going to paddle upstream here just a little ways and give it a quick try. I fished up here a couple weeks ago. I didn't really find much, but they did raise the water level about 1/2 foot a few days ago, so sometimes that's all it takes for those big predator fish to migrate upstream here. We'll give it a quick try, then we'll fish our way downstream a little ways.
By the way, I don't know if you saw it. I think he released one on Sunday, and it looked like he was doing the lake above this dam, and the water temp over there is already 45 degrees.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And he did awesome. I mean, he did enough for 30-minute video where it was all 16 to 19-inch smallies. Just absolutely insane.
Nice. Oh, hey, Nick. I see Nick's in here. Thanks for joining up, buddy. I appreciate that.
Whoops.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
There's a muskie, you guys.
Yeah. That's what you like to see right there.
Come on up here, you. Get in my net. Look at that. Muskie on the Kyogre lure. All right. Got that lure off of him. Oh man, I'm just...
That lure is so crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look... I mean, when you look at it, you're like, nah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, and that's funny because you don't often see Matt, who's NDYakAngler. You don't often see him get excited or hear him get excited, but you could hear him breathing hard on that one. That was that was pretty cool.
Camera shaking too, like
yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Baking. First catch of the day on that Kyogre lure. We hooked into a beauty of a muskie. Look at that fish. Only took about 10 minutes to find that one, so
insane.
That is a good sign. These river monsters are going to be active today. All right, he's thrashing, he's ready to go. We'll let him revive for just a second here. And he's kicking. Wow. What a way to start the day.
No
what
kidding.
A rush hooking into a fish like that. I had to sit here for just a minute and let the adrenaline rush wear off. I'll give you guys a quick look at the setup I'm using to throw Kyogre with today.
Yeah, he's still shaking.
I've got my 7'4" heavy power fast action St. Croix Victory rod. I've got a Daiwa Tatula 150 reel on there. I'm running 50-pound braid on that reel. And then I've got a 45-pound steel leader right in front of Kyogre there.
He actually used steel on that one.
Well, that was a heck of a way to start off the afternoon. We'll keep tossing Kyogre around out here and we'll see if we can hook into another beast.
We were talking earlier that I kind of had the impression that he had abandoned steel leaders altogether, and at least for muskie, has been going with a 50-pound, about a foot fluoro leader, which has worked very well for him. It might have been, a situation where he was just in a hurry, and because I don't know if you saw that, but there was
Yeah.
not a swivel, but a snap on the
snap,
end of that
yep.
thing. Yep. Yep.
It's right about where I just caught that one. Maybe he's got a buddy over there. It's nice that the water is up now. It's up above these weeds a little bit. I can fish that lure over the weeds a little bit more effectively. And something's chased that up. I thought I saw a little ripple here next to me. Yeah, sometimes those muskie, they like to hide in the little gaps in the weeds. When the water is low, it's tough to really get in there with anything.
That thing looks crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't really sure if I should start off the day up here or not, but it definitely paid off. We made the right decision with that call.
Have you thought about getting one of those power poles?
Briefly, but maybe on my next kayak I will, but I don't think I'm going to put one on the Coosa.
That's a tough investment. Those things are like, what, $500-600, something like that.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
And for all the weight they add, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pike or muskie sitting right up in front of me there. I'm about to pull that lure past him.
Oh.
I swiped at it. I felt him for a second there. Oh man. I almost had the second one of the day. Look at that muskie.
Oh, I had a pretty good one a few days ago. I'm actually going to make a video about it, so I'm not going to say anything.
Just bent the crap out of my wing on that thing. That's why he's swimming a little bit funny.
That steel leader might be a matter of him being nervous about losing his lure as far as casting it goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you might be on point there.
Well, we found a couple muskie hanging out up here in this area.
Yeah, I don't know how much those things cost, but in fact, I went looking for one, and actually ended up finding a couple of completely different things. Gary and I tried to do a video a few days ago with them, and it just did not work out. We didn't catch anything. But yeah, it might be a matter of, buy it and hate it and return it type situation. Yeah, so
Yeah.
definitely don't lose it.
Yeah.
Got hooks into one of them at least. I gave another 20 minutes or so. Haven't had any more action.
That thing is so crazy looking.
We're gonna work our way downstream. We'll go see if we find anything down there. If not, maybe we'll try this spot again at the end of the day. I'm really not that far upstream from where I launched. But for now, we'll head down this way.
It doesn't take anything to get it going, too.
Yeah, that action is crazy. I just wish it didn't look so gimmicky.
Right.
Mostly just hitting the banks here until I float downstream to some areas where I know we've got some big weed beds. Lately, that seems to be where the muskie are hanging out. Around the weeds. Any of those weedy areas are crawling with bait fish, little minnows right now.
I want to say he catches a pike here later, doesn't he?
I think he does. That was kind of a weird return right there. I probably would have hooked the kayak a little bit and gone along that weed bed. Boom.
There we go. Is that a pike or a
Love
muskie?
this top
Oh, it's a
level
little pike. Jeez, he slammed that thing like a muskie. Got my adrenaline going there. Hey, I'll take a little pike.
Yeah,
Little
you're right
pike.
about
Double
that.
our fish count for the day.
Yeah, that's not a little pike.
Just like he always says, oh, we got a little smallie. It's only 18 inches.
Look at that. Decent little pike on Kyogre.
Yeah, he's shaking on that one, too.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it, too. You know, on a day like that when you only get a couple of fish and you're doing a topwater day, every snap out of you on the hook set.
Man, I don't know what it
Float
is
my
about
way-
those predators, muskie and pike. Every time I catch one, now granted I've only caught 2 muskie, but yeah, they make me shake like crazy.
Oh,
Even that monster carp I caught last Sunday, that didn't make me shake like that. But there's just something about them.
Right. Well, I mean, topwater hits in general are
Yeah.
yeah. I actually, I'm not sure when I did it. I think it was about a year ago. I did a video of just me. It was a montage of me getting jump scared by topwater hits.
I saw that, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. it's so much fun, man.
Downstream for about the last half hour or so. Haven't found much else down here, but this little guy came up and
That was a
surprised me.
nice pike.
All right, you guys, I think that's going to do it for today's trip. I did paddle back up here to the spot where I caught that muskie earlier today. I fished my way around up here for about a half hour, but not much action up here right now. It has been pretty slow going the last couple hours after a fast and furious start today, but I think I launched my kayak at the perfect time to take advantage of a bite window. And I actually planned my trip out so I'd be getting out here right as we were getting into a lunar peak. Anything I can do to improve my chances of hooking up, and it definitely paid off today. We hooked into a river monster with that Pokemon Kyogre lure with that beautiful muskie. I missed another really big bite. I'm pretty sure that one was another muskie. And we caught a pike with him too. I gotta say, he's got pretty good action. He's got a nice little swim to him. Definitely got the attention of those big predator fish. So it was a fun day out here on the river. Any day you can get a muskie in the net is a good day if you ask me. I had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Thanks for coming along with me again. I'll see you next time.
All right. So, how do you feel, Mark, about the lunar cycle?
It absolutely matters, like Randall just said in the text there. Yeah, there's certain moon phases where nothing will bite. And man, you know what I really like about the way he did that? He just really slyly, on the down low, just kind of put those tips out there. Like, here's a tip, but he didn't specifically say that.
Right. what do you, Randall? What do you guys think? What are the best times, worst times?
Well, full moon, in my opinion, is probably the worst time.
I agree.
As far as that, I don't put a whole lot of stock in it. I just, when I can go fish, I go fish. And
Yeah.
if the moon makes it a bad bite, then it's a bad bite. But I'll still take a bad day of fishing. I love fishing no matter what.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is a good call right there, Randall.
Yep.
Week leading up to the full moon. Yep. You nailed it, man. All right. All right. So I've got something completely not fishing related. We're going to kind of make this one a short one tonight to start out. I've got a couple of friends in the YouTube universe, and it is a pile of these guys. Hold up. All right, so up here in the top left is Irish Demon. Top right is Johnny O from the Plot Hole. These are all YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom right is Tony PhD, is an Australian guy. And then we've got JL Warren, bottom left. All these guys doing strange YouTube debates with flat earthers. And that movement kind of died. But at any rate, when they did this live stream, it was Tony's birthday, to PhD Tony over here. So this is a pretty funny clip. Let's check it out.
I want to say
What the fuck is he doing?
I'm okay.
I want to say thank you to everybody who has extended birthday wishes in the chat. You're very kind.
All right, here we go.
Oh shit! Happy birthday! Ow! Oh! I'm not even kidding. That fucking burns so bad. Right? Oh shit! I need fucking water.
What'd you put it in?
Whiskey. You put it in whiskey.
Oh my god!
That could have went.
That could have went a real different way.
That could have went way fucking worse. Oh shit! Is this even? I don't think it's actually out properly, is it? Shit!
He fucking doused it in like 40 proof.
It's still smoldering on it.
We didn't even get the
Still
first
smoldering.
We didn't even get the first happy birthday out.
Happy birthday,
Can you
Tony.
get me some water, please? I'm struggling here with the sparklers. Oh shit! It's come back. It's come back. It's come back. Oh shit! It's back on. Take the water. I'm not even kidding. It's come back on. Have some water, please. Oh. Why are you laughing so much?
Water,
Who makes these?
water won't work. Water won't work.
Oh, he's right. It doesn't work.
He's gone. He burned himself to death. Look, he's gone.
He's run to the emergency room. He tried to put that shit out in fucking whiskey.
The Mexican
shit.
I can't believe you tried to douse that
water.
in spirits, dude.
It wasn't in spirits. I was just being funny. He doused it in water, which
Did I?
again is
okay.
I
magnesium.
didn't do that in my tea, did I?
Yeah, magnesium, that doesn't work.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It makes
It's
it
Don't
worse.
drink that. Oh, okay.
No, it was the other one. I was just double checking to make sure that it wasn't the fucking. You gotta be shitting me.
It just keeps getting better and better. Next the fire brigade is gonna break down the door.
Oh my god.
Someone's just gonna spray him with fucking flame retardant from upstairs. You can't write this shit.
There's a key on the box.
I'm not sure
Happy
if you guys.
birthday! Oh shit! That's my fucking.
Hopefully, Mark and we never have a live stream quite like this.
Yeah, how about it?
Right?
Fucking neighbors here. Oh, we're fine. She burned toast.
You burnt toast.
No, we're good. She just burned some toast again.
Blaming it on Mrs.
And you
Demon.
threw the girl under the bus. Damn.
I don't know why you people keep telling me to do stupid shit.
Because you do it.
You were asked to sing happy birthday.
All
I
right.
want to say
Oops, my bad. All right. All right. So, Mark, we talked about this earlier. There's this guy right here.
Yeah.
There's people in the chat. Valerie's gonna tell me she's been taking track of names, and it looks like there's just a couple. It almost looks like a... Yep, so she's been taking track of names. She's going to give me a number of how many people have commented in the chat. So we're doing the...
Nick, come on, man. Damn it, Beavis.
Oh, absolutely, Nick. So we got 4. So I am going to go to a random picker. Number picker.
And just so everybody's aware, Nick is the guy that I went out fishing with on the boat in that video.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Nick, thank you for that. That was really cool. Thank you for taking Mark out there. That was a super cool trip. And in fact, if you ever want to have me on, I'm game.
There you go, Nick. Yeah. He's the man.
So-
He definitely knows how to find the fish.
All right, so here we go. Minimum 1, maximum 4. Generate. Valerie, who is number 4? If she's paying attention. KC McCooks is the lucky winner. Boom.
There we go.
KC.
Casey Cooks. Yeah. Hey, Nick says you're always welcome to.
Oops. Would be helpful if I spelled my email correctly. There we go. All right, KC, contact me there, and you're gonna get this guy. This is the Flicker Shad 7. Great fall bait. Dives to about 10 feet, 15 feet if you absolutely crank the crap out of it. Great fall bait. Anyway, folks, we are going to close this out. Mark, thank you so much
Man, it was an honor.
for doing this with me, and I want to do this a lot more. If you decide to do
Absolutely.
this, I'd be happy to do it with you. But yeah, I'd love to have you on. I actually spoke with Ethan, who's online outdoorsman. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, vaguely,
Okay.
but yeah.
Spoke with him earlier, and he actually wants to. He and his son are a little bit under the weather, but he wants to do a live a little bit later this month. So looking forward to that, and it would be great to have you on again with
Yeah,
that, man.
whenever.
Let's
All you
team
gotta
up
do is
on
let me
this
know.
stuff, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I team up a lot with Randall, and even he'll tell you. I believe that collabs are crucial to survival in this environment.
They are. It is such a saturated environment.
Yep.
There are a lot of people doing this stuff, and 90% of it is absolute garbage.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you've got a great channel, and
Thank you.
I'm actually honored that you stuck with me on this, because we had our troubles last week, and then obviously I had my troubles tonight.
Yeah. Those
I
things happen, man,
I didn't even mention that, folks. About Mark and I were backstage about 7-8 minutes before things were supposed to start, and the power went out here, and it takes the modem no less than 7 minutes to boot back up. But it seemed pretty widespread, because even I was trying to get a hold of Mark to tell him what was going on, and it seems like even the cell towers were out. It was like, wow, that was pretty big. So, and that was the second or third time we've had that happen today. But I'm super stoked that we got this done. Mark, you've become a great friend, and
Thank you. Same.
I look forward to collaborating with you. And again, I've got that carp thing coming up, so if you can make a day, over a weekend or whatnot, we can definitely get out there and try a couple things out there.
Yeah, we'll have to talk on the phone. We'll
Sure thing.
chat. So.
All right.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
really
folks.
appreciate it, man. This is like a milestone event for you. I appreciate you. It means a lot that you asked me to do that. So
It's well, I mean, we've become really good friends over the last few weeks, and it's again an absolute honor to have you here, man.
thank you. I look
All
forward to a lot more.
All right, folks, we're gonna wrap it up, and we will see you on the next one.